Got a little break in the action. Perfect time for me to bring in one of the members of my legal panel today. Joining me now to discuss this case further, criminal defense attorney Vinoo Varghese. Vinoo, thanks so much for being with us. Give me your thoughts on today's testimony thus far.
I think it's been pretty boring. This is the kind of stuff that, is really going to put the jurors to sleep. I mean, if they're not worrying about Corona, this isn't going to help take their mind away, because they're going to be sitting there wondering what's going on. And there's a reason the state is doing this. They have to establish certain things. One of the things that I thought caught my attention was the fact that there's no DNA on victim's cell phone, which I think is going to be an interesting thing from what the state is going to say about that, what they elicited from that. Are they going to say that it was wiped down? I mean, basically, because right before that, he said that there is going to be something, most likely. I mean, I can imagine with everything going on and people telling, to wipe down cell phones today, there might be a reason for why having no DNA, right? They're supposed to clean them up today. But back then, 4 years ago when this case happened, it's actually quite surprising.
That's a really great point. So the one good fact for the state is that the victim's iPhone was found near Evelyn Belmont's residence. But then the bad fact is we don't know who touched it necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine, though, they're going to say that it was wiped down. I mean, because that's the only explanation at that point. What I see here is question is how good are these lawyers, the defense lawyers, in understanding DNA evidence? I mean, it's actually, you're in a situation when you're sitting there and you look, it can look overwhelming, but you can actually attack this stuff pretty easily, because if you can show that the procedures were not followed properly, and the state's witness, she looks quite stoic and quite calm up there, but that shouldn't prevent the defense from challenging little points. And if you can just show enough that maybe something wasn't done right and start talking about alleles and all this stuff, and maybe in the end they'll end up confusing the jury in a way that could help the defense.
Right. Most definitely. I think if you're defense counsel, you get up there and say, we heard a lot of testimony, but nothing is linking the defendant to the crime scene in the way of DNA evidence. Vinoo Varghese, it's been great having you with us. You're going to stay with us throughout the show. And we just got word that they sent the jury to lunch and they're cleaning the jury room. Certainly that's a very good thing in light of the coronavirus pandemic. They're cleaning the jury room. We know a lot has affected this case. And coming up after the break, my colleagues will be joining me for your daily sidebar. Court